everyone, I'm Tara and welcome to my channel where we explore ways to improve our mindset and live our best lives. Today I want to take a moment and talk about something that many of us struggle with: control and trust issues. These issues show up in our lives in ways that we don't even realize it, and I'm going to take a moment today and talk about how they manifest and what we can do to change them. So stick around. Control and trust issues can stem from experiences we've had in life where we may have felt betrayed or powerless, or maybe we were forced into independence really early in life, and so we learned not to rely on other people. These can creep into our lives in various ways. They can affect our work life, our relationships, and just our overall happiness. But luckily, there are things that we can do to improve in these areas, and here are some common ways that trust and control issues show up in our lives. Micromanaging. If you find yourself having to oversee every single detail of every single thing, this might be a control issue. This can create tension between you and colleagues. It can create tension between you and other people that you're around regularly, your family, your children. This can show up. Another way it can manifest is not being able to delegate. If you're unable to pass on a task to someone else because you just got to have your hands on it, or you feel like I have to do it myself, you don't have trust in others to do what you need them to do, this can be an issue of trust and control. Constantly worrying. If you constantly have a feeling of worry, if you constantly feel like the worst is going to happen and it controls you throughout your day without you even realizing it, it can affect several areas of your life. Trust issues can lead to constant worrying and anxiety and just expecting the worst to happen or expecting the worst from people. And this can affect you emotionally, mentally. It can put a strain on your relationships. And that leads me to the next way that it can show up in your life: strained relationships. If you're finding patterns in your relationships, whether it's your partner or your spouse or your children, coworkers, if you're constantly having conflicts, if you feel like there's constant misunderstandings in communication, this could be a sign of control and trust issues. The good news is we can work on a lot of these issues, and here are a few ways that you can start to make changes. Number one, practice letting go. That's a lot easier said than done, but it can be done, and it just starts with delegating small tasks and working your way up. Trusting others to complete small tasks can free up your time. It can free up your mental space and capacity. It'll take some time to get used to letting go, but starting small and working your way up gradually will start to increase your confidence in others, and you'll begin to gain trust in those situations. The second way is mindfulness. So mindfulness basically just means focusing on the now. So one thing I learned in my personal journey was feeling depressed or feeling sad. It meant living in the past. Feeling anxious means that you're living in the future. So I had to practice focusing on right now in order to be my best self each day. It can be a little challenging when you're used to being anxious or you're used to dealing with those emotions on a regular basis. But if you focus on what's happening right now, what is real right now, what do I actually know? Am I expecting a negative outcome, or can I just focus on the details right here in front of me that I actually have control over? Because I don't have control over what has already happened, and whether or not I like the idea of this, I don't have control over what's going to happen either. I have control over what is in front of me right now. And so practicing mindfulness can be as simple as taking moments to yourself, breathing exercises, focusing on how you feel. So you want to do self-checks regularly. If you're feeling overly tense or overly anxious, what is it that has me concerned? How do I feel right now? Where are those feelings coming from? Am I feeling it in my gut? Is it in my chest? What's going on with me? So practicing to get back in tune with yourself. Number 3, communication. Practice speaking about what you're feeling as it comes up. Also, keeping a journal can help you with your communication. Talk openly with the people you do trust with your feelings. Sharing your concerns with the people that you interact with regularly and with those people who are close to you can reduce the burden, and you'll begin to grow in trust with those that you interact with. Keeping it all bottled up will just explode, and it's going to explode all on you. And it's not going to get you to a place where you're functioning better. It'll actually increase anxiety, and you'll have more to deal with, more on your plate, and you likely feel more overwhelmed. So talk about it. Number 4, set realistic expectations. Be truthful with yourself and acknowledge the fact that perfection is not possible. Understanding that perfection is not attainable can help you to accept yourself and accept others. Accepting yourself and others as not perfect, as just people trying their best, will help you to start to gain trust in others and to gain trust in yourselves. And you'll notice that stress is reduced, the pressure is not as heavy, and you can start to begin to trust and release some of that control that you're holding on so tight to. Number 5, seek professional help. If you feel like these issues are so overwhelming, they're really affecting so many areas of your life and you can't get a handle on it on your own, it is always a great idea to reach out to someone to talk to. I am a huge advocate for therapy. I've been through therapy. I have also been to a life coach. Yes, I'm a life coach. I'm a life coach that has been to a life coach because I feel like it's really important to stay on track with how you're feeling. And sometimes we can get lost in ourselves and we can go through things in life where we lose track of how we're feeling. And until we say it to someone, until we kind of just talk about ourselves to someone who is not related to the situation, we don't realize what has built up in us. So it's always a great idea to have a release of your feelings, of your emotions, of just what's going on with you. So again, you'll hear me say throughout many of the videos that I do, therapy is a great resource. We should definitely use it. Even if you feel like things are going well, you would be surprised what comes up when you have someone to talk to about you and what's going on with your life. And the other thing that I'll mention several times, you'll get sick of hearing it, is journal. Journal, journal, journal. Write about how you feel. Write one sentence every day. Today went well, or I feel like, or I'm angry, or I'm super happy, I'm rested, I'm grateful. Write something down every day about yourself. It doesn't have to be paragraphs long, but writing it out helps you to stay in tune with how you feel. That will help you with that self-check that we talked about earlier, and it'll help you to be mindful, to be in the present. Remember, change takes time and patience. None of this happens overnight, but if you inch toward changing the little things, they'll start to grow into bigger things, and you'll start to see real progress and real improvement in so many areas of your life, and lead to a much more relaxed and joyful version of yourself. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and share. And if you have any questions for me or any comments, anything you wanted me to dive into a little bit more, feel free to leave that comment below. I'm going to do my very best to respond to those comments. And subscribe for more tips on how to build a positive mindset and grow into the best version of you. Thank you for watching. See you next time.